Okay, welcome back everybody. Back at the house. Unfortunately, already dirty. RJ hasn't come to finish up the plumbing in the master bath or the hall bath. So I cannot finish the sheetrock in there, but I can finish the remaining sheetrock that's in the hallway. Shabam. And potentially, well, honestly, there's not much in the hall bath. It's actually sheetrock. That'll all be covered up, except for the top portion, which will be sheetrock. But I can put in these vent lights. I've got one to put in here and one to put in the master. I said this one would be harder, but I think the master might be a little bit harder because it's got two ceilings. And I'm gonna have to bring my skill saw all the way across the top of the attic to cut a hole in the top ceiling. And then that'll give us access to the ceiling that the light will actually be mounted into. So that could be kind of fun. But I also got all the material that we need to run the dryer duct, which I'm actually going to go through the floor. And I'll show y'all here what I'm talking about in a minute. But let's get started closing up the sheetrock in here. And then we'll move on to either the vent lights or the dryer duct. See you here in a second. Well, guys, that was interesting. Just had a guy come up. I don't know if you can see his car. Right there. Oh, he just left. But people coming and wanting to rent the house already. Great sign. Of course, I didn't tell him I was the owner because I didn't feel like talking to him for an hour about what's going on. But we got this framed up. Bam. Now I'm going to put the sheetrock up here. And then I'm going to figure out what we're going to do with this little weird section. And there we go. We got both of these sections framed in. Piece of wood here. And then I fixed that 2x6 that was right there. So now it's straight. That piece of sheetrock's been screwed to it. Now we just need to fill the hole. Let's go ahead and knock that out real quick. So now we got the hallway complete. Got all this put up. I went ahead and framed in this column. I didn't decide if I was just gonna frame it in or stain it or whatever, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and sheetrock over this too. Once I sheetrock this, that'll be all the sheetrock done in the house except for the master bathroom and that hole right there. And the column has been sheetrocked. I'm gonna call it a day there. I still want to run the dryer duct. I'm probably gonna do that in the morning, as well as get into the attic and run the two vents for the bathrooms, which should finish up our need to go into the attic, apart from putting some supports for these. You see this kind of sag right here is because there's no joist right there. Put a piece of wood there and that'll tighten that whole little seam up. But yeah, so I'll see you guys here in a minute. Wow! Welcome back everybody. Back at the house. RJ's coming today. RJ's the plumber for the people who don't know that. So what I want to start on, I know I talked about doing the dryer vent first, but I'm going to go ahead and knock out the wall that goes on the other side of this tub. So we can go ahead and set this tub. We can get sheetrock going in here and finish up. So let's get to doing this wall. Alright, to get the angle of the roof, I'm just going to go ahead and put this 2x4 up there. Let me get back there. Put it up to the roof. I'm going to scribe a line. And boom, I'm going to go ahead and cut this line, and that'll give us a little template for the rest of them. Now with that line drawn on the 2x4, I'm going to use that to find my angle for this miter saw. We're looking at right on there. Lock it in. Now we've got the angle cut. Let's go test fit that and see if it fits. And there you go. One wall for the bathtub. Once he mounts the tub and everything, we're going to use this framework to actually frame in the cabinets I've been telling y'all about. I'm going to put in a false wall probably halfway back. I don't think it needs to be that deep. So that'll just be lost space. But half of this will just be open cabinets. Put whatever they want in there. Towels, don't know. So now that that's done, and we're ready for whenever RJ shows up, let's go and run the dryer duct for the dryer. See you here in a second. Okay, I checked my placement by drilling a pilot hole and went into the house to make sure I wasn't on top of or close to any of the joists. Now we're going to drill the actual hole. Preparing to come back a little bit, get it close to the wall as we can. That looks pretty good. There we go. Big old hole cut in the floor. Alright, first thing you want to do is mount the vent cover. It keeps animals and stuff from crawling in that huge 4-inch vent. And now we're going to work out our fittings. That's where it comes down at. I'm going to put an elbow in there. We're going to have to trim up this one. Which we may be able to get away with just putting the elbow at the top and then working a straight piece to this fitting. Let's see. No. Okay, we got it all squared away. We got all our tubes cut. Now we need to go back and tape everything and then put some clamps on the top and on the bottom. Let's get this thing buttoned up. Okay, now that we got the dryer vent in and I got the house cleaned up a little bit, let's go ahead and do what I've been dreading the whole time. We gotta bring this skill saw up through the attic and all the way back to the master bath. So that should be pretty interesting. I'll see if I can get you guys back there too, so bear with me. Okay, we made it back here. You can kind of see what I'm talking about now. This is not the ceiling of the bathroom. You see we've got a layer. It's hard to see anything up here. But we've got a layer of siding up here, and then we've got another layer right here, which this is the ceiling of the bathroom. So, you saw the hole I cut right there. You can kind of see it. We're going to make that a lot bigger. Probably going to go on this side of the joist so we can try to find out where it is, because I know I had to reach in a little bit to grab it. Let's go ahead and start cutting. This is what sucks. I get all the way back here. Well, this is what sucks working by yourself. If somebody was here, I could have them change the outlet. But apparently the outlet I'm plugged into doesn't have power. So I'm all the way up here, ready to cut this hole, and I got no power. So we gotta go all the way back that way and find an outlet that works. So I'll see you guys back here in a second. Alright, we got it I got it covered enough to where we can actually see where the light fixture box is in the ceiling right now. I'll show you guys here. Okay, I got enough of the boards out to just double check to where that box is coming in the ceiling at. So I know it's dead center between two joists. So now I can just cut the 12-inch hole that we need to down there, and I'll clear out the rest of the stuff up top from the ground level, and we'll be able to mount our fan box there. Knocked out this little light. It used to be this little ugly globe light. Now we got a nice little puck light. Gonna need a sheetrock fix that a little bit. We got another coat of paint on the vanity, which looks amazing. Now I'm working on sheetrocking the island. I got this side done. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side now, and maybe a portion of the back. We do have to leave this section open right here because they are still working. They have to attach these, so waiting for them to get here today to knock that out. Okay, I got the first vent fan wired up. Let's go ahead and test it out. Oh, very nice. Let's get this thing pushed into the attic, then I'll have to go up there and screw it to that 2x6. That'll be fun. Not. Oh yeah. So nice. Very nice. What's up, y'all? Okay, so the only thing I need to do now in the attic, I was actually able to screw through the housing inside of there, is go up there and put the actual hose, so instead of it venting into the attic like it's doing right now, it'll vent through the soffit and it'll be done. So this one's done. I need to do the one in the master bath now, and we'll be all done with electrical. Okay, I didn't get to show y'all how I did the hall bath vent light, which will be right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I did the master bath, because there's a little more room in here to record, and I'll be able to set y'all up to see everything. So let's take a look. So this one did wind up being a lot more of a pain in the butt than the hall bath. You saw me remove the sheetrock, and then of course there was some more of this foam board on top of the sheetrock. Then we finally got to the siding layer, which I used the fan box itself just to give me a measurement on how much to cut out. Once I got that cut out, there was still those remaining boards on top that I couldn't get to with the skill saw, so I went ahead and hit it with the reciprocating saw and then pounded them out with the sledgehammer just to make room. Instead of having to go back into the attic, I decided just to screw the vent fan to a piece of 2x4, and I'm going to wind up pushing that into the attic and then screwing it from inside of those siding boards. So you'll see me screw through the siding boards into that 2x4 to secure it to the ceiling, which worked out perfect. It's actually pretty solid there. Now I'm just filling in this hole with that foam board y'all saw me take down just to get the space right, and then putting in as much of the sheetrock from the original that I could, and I had to put one new piece, but all in all, happy with it. All right, test number 1. Hey, we've got a light. It's old compact fluorescent light I found in the house, so we'll change it out for LED here soon, but for all intents and purposes, test is complete. Oh yes. I can't wait till that's floated. It doesn't look as terrible. It'll look way better, just trust me. Alright guys, with the vent fan done in the master, this is the last bit of electrical. And that, my friends, is all the electrical finished. The house has been wired up. There's nothing else in the house that I need to touch electrically. So, huge milestone done today. And we are about 90-something% done with the sheetrock. So let's keep it up, and we're getting so close. Time to turn on the breaker that runs the smoke detectors. Let's see if it works. Oh, whole panel's energized. Bam, bang. All the lights have been changed out with LED. So nice. What a crazy day, man. I got a ton off my checklist done. I wasn't able to record as much as I wanted to, but I was really rushing to get everything knocked out. Like I said, we got most of the sheetrock done. We got that column encased and sheetrocked. I got the wall built on the other side of the master bath, so RJ can install the tub in there. I need him to get here and do the master bath and the hall bath so we can finish the sheetrock. That's the only 2 places that have sheetrock left, and it's not much sheetrock. I just want to, once the tub's set, you got a sheetrock around it. So when that's done, I can get that up and we can call the sheetrockers, because he'll have the water turned on by them, and they can come and mud and tape the whole house, texture it, and then we can come in and paint the thing. We are getting so close. You're about to see some big changes once the tape and the sheetrock's been floated. Like right now, you can see all these patches and cut pieces. After that's done, it's going to look all the same. Especially once it's textured, it'll look all the same. I really need to, hopefully RJ will have this done Monday or Tuesday. And I will come in next weekend and we'll be just doing prep for the sheetrock guys. So pulling down fixtures, taping up all these fans or bagging them so they don't get sheetrock mud on them when they go to texture. But I'm super excited. thank you all for watching. Thank you all for following along, and I look forward to seeing y'all next week. Peace.